Okay, so once you have installed the code in your website and checked that that code is properly installed, then LinkedIn system will wait for almost the 24 hours for an associated domain or URL to load or to be wasted to check if that code is placed correctly. Until the tag was fired on the relevant pages, domain will not be appear on your this these domains. Right now, you can see I have 4 domains that I have installed my code there. So after installing the code, you can see their status. Just example, this is the green button, and if I place my cursor to there, it's active. If I my cursor my place to this orange button, it says no recent activity, no recent activity, and on the red one it shows inactive. So what does that mean? If the color is green, that means like your inside code is properly installed and properly receiving uh, the traffic on your website and properly firing on your website. But the next thing, just example, if that's orange. Uh, Orange means again, it means when you place your cursor, it also shows that no recent activity. What does it mean? It means that no conversion have been detected to your page within the last several days. And the next thing, sometimes just example, the red button shows and it says inactive. Inactive means no conversions have been detected for your page for 7 or more days. If it shows again the red button, but if the status will be unverified, then that means that LinkedIn system has not yet recorded any activity from your LinkedIn Insight tag. Uh, this code will fire when someone visit on your page of your website and specifically that page where your code, tag is properly installed. So if that code is properly installed, then it starts firing. Otherwise, it will show here the status will be unverified. So the unverified status or no recent activity or the inactive, these conversion statuses will be for more than one reasons. What those reasons will be, I am just discussing that. So the first reason that why the status is inactive or no recent activity or unverified. So the first reason might be uh, your web page. URL was entered incorrectly. So you have entered your, when you were creating your inside code, you have entered your web page URL incorrectly, or just like you have done the spelling mistake or something like that. Next thing is that LinkedIn inside code was not implemented on your web page. So you have not implemented your code or forgot to implement your code. So might be that reason that why your code is not appearing there. The third reason, you have implemented your code but not properly implemented. So you have installed the code on your website, but you have not implemented that code properly. So that might be the reason why your inside tag is not receiving the traffic. The fourth point is that just let me show you the code. So this is the JavaScript LinkedIn Insight code, and you can see that this code, the most of text is in the straight code. So when we copy this and paste it on our website, sometimes the system will automatically convert that those straight codes to the curly codes, and then for us the problem will appear. One of the example I am showing you about the code is this one. So fourth point was curly codes versus straight code. So these codes are the straight codes, and these will be in the LinkedIn Insight code. These are the curly codes. You can check that if your again code is not properly defined, so you need to check if these codes are in the straight codes, not in the curly codes. Fifth point is that sometimes we are working on a lot of uh, ads campaign managers of LinkedIn. Just example, if I show you, right now I have access of the different accounts, and when we are working on those accounts, at some point we mix the things, and one ad accounts, a LinkedIn ad accounts code installed on other clients account ID. So we need to check that our partner ID for that code, and the code that we have installed on our website are the same one. If those are the different ones, then we will not get any of the signal, and we will lose the traffic, and this code will not track any of the traffic. The next one is that sometime even if all the things are properly installed, but our LinkedIn Insight tag is not detecting the traffic. So if that will be the case, if you have checked all things are properly installed and still it's not working, then you need to check that code by some of the programmer, that why it's not detecting the traffic, and some of the JavaScript expert will find the problem. This is the least case. Normally it will not happen if all things are properly installed, but if all things are properly installed and still it's not getting any detection of the traffic, then you need to contact with a LinkedIn support or any JavaScript expert. The last reason is that sometimes we are using the tag managers, like we have different tag manager. The most famous is Google Tag Manager, or just example, the IBM Tag Manager, or lot of other available. Just example, Ruby Tag Manager. Similarly, like that, Tilium Tag Manager, Insighten Tag Manager, Floodlight Tag Manager, and lot of other tag managers are available. If you are using those tag managers and you are not getting any of the traffic, then according to me, you have not installed the code according to the best practices of the LinkedIn. So how you can find those instructions for using your inside code for your tag manager when you are creating the tag. The third option is I will use a tag manager. From here, you can see that we have Google Tag Manager, Tilium Tag Manager, Ruby Tag Manager, IBM Tag Manager, Insighten Tag Manager, or Floodlight Tag Manager. and here is your partner ID. When you click any of them, just example, if I click on this one, it will show all the instructions that how you can place your tag in your tag manager. So these are the best practices you can see, and by following these things, if your tag is not properly working, then you can check that if any one of the problem within these sevens will appear to you. And again, if you have properly installed, just sometime 24 hours, as LinkedIn says, but according to my experience, sometimes it will take more than 48 hours or 72 hours for detection of the traffic. So whenever you start working on the LinkedIn Ads Manager, first of all, install your Tag Manager and just wait for 2 to 3 days so that it start proper firing of the events, and then you can run your campaign so that it will track all the things on your website, all the traffic on your website, all the behavior and all the things, so that you can in future create the match audience, or based on the insights you can create the best campaign for your business.